Good morning, everybody. So, how's everybody doing today? Uh, I haven't done anything on the van build in a while, so I figured I would do a little recap and update on what I've gotten done. I've done a few things off camera. Just needed to get them done in getting ready for some traveling I needed to do. So, I'm just going to kind of go over a few things I've done already and got done, and we're actually going to install the headliner today. I still have to install the solar panels and the control box for the solar panels, but I think that's going to wait. I might be redoing the entire interior here soon, changing up everything as my travel needs have changed a little bit. So I'm going to walk you guys through it and let me know what you think. Let's go. All right, so as you guys can see, I have gotten a good bit done the last while since you guys seen everything. Got my generator and set up this bed unit here that it's really nice. It's really handy. It's actually pretty comfortable. Lots of storage underneath for my gas can, ramps, a few sets of tools, and then actually underneath it is a full another set of storage with my battery boxes underneath all of that. Might be changing that up though. As you can see, I have got my vent fan in, and my door just slammed on me. Got my vent fan in, and it's working. All my LEDs are working. The ones that are hanging down here, just ignore those. I took them down looking at my wiring, figuring out as I put the headliner in what needs to be done. Also, got my, if I can get in here, got my AC unit and all that stuff installed and ready to go. It's actually running right now, keeping the van kind of cool. Power strip. This is a really cool little box with some storage inside, and yeah, I mean I'm getting there. Like I said, might be changing a few things up, but you know, like I said, to reiterate, this was the biggest deal to get in, was my vent fan. So now that that's in, I can get ready to get everything done on the roof liner. So let's get started. Something else I forgot to mention was I actually got my switch panel put in. So this is really handy. All my lights, my vent fan, everything else I'm going to have in here. I think I'm going to have some running water and a couple of other auxiliaries, as well as a 12 volt and USB ports for charging whatever I need to charge. And it's also got a nice volt indicator for my batteries underneath here. So especially once I get my solar panels on, this will help a lot with watching voltage if I'm using anything up. But this was a great purchase. I will have an Amazon link in the description below in the video if any of you guys are interested in one of these. I think they come in 6 button like this, also like a 3 or 4 with just the 12 volt or just the USB without or with the voltage. Like I said, great addition. I love this thing. Makes things so much nicer getting in and out of the van and turning lights on and off. So as you guys can see, we made a pretty big mistake as far as on the design. We actually made the bed unit here about 4 inches too tall. We were too busy worrying about storage space and just getting it done, as I had some traveling to do the weekend we did this. And we built this bed unit in about a day, actually in about 3.5, 4 hours. So we wasn't thinking. So I can't set up vertically here. I have to lean down. That is a pretty big problem to me, as I'm a little bit of a taller guy. So the idea is going to be is I might just redesign this entire area back here with the bed, make it much larger and give more room for actually sleeping, and also lower it down a good bit and give more room for here while adding storage underneath some of the other places. That is something that will be addressed later, but it'll get figured out. Like I said, there's some changes coming to it. I just wanted to update you guys on this. But this is a problem. Make sure to watch your height when you're doing your bed units and stuff, especially in a low-top van. I really wish I'd have bought the high-top van. That being said, let's get it putting this roof liner in, and it should at least look a lot better in here. So one of the first things I have to do getting this process started for the headliner is these lights. So they actually are really easy. They just kind of slide off As you can see, get my light to adjust here. It's not much to them. They're just wired up. These slots here line up with these pegs, and the wire goes through here. So I'm going to have to remove all 4 of these lights and remark them and install them on the headliner. They'll actually hang a lot better. As you can see, this one keeps falling down on me. Well, what it is there's no downward pressure from this wood, but with the fabric and this screwed in, I'll actually have to push these up and then back, and it'll actually set these hooks a lot better in there so they won't fall out. But shouldn't be too bad of a process getting it done. So like I said, they are pretty simple to take down. They pretty much just slide off of those hooks, remove these 4 screws, and that's all there is to it. You guys are wondering what all the crazy holes out here are. That is actually all the standard mounting stuff for rear AC and things like that. Some lights, stuff like that. They come factory. This is the factory backboard for the roof liner. So I'm having to cut these holes for my lights because they don't line up with any of these other holes, and I need to be able to mount those little aluminum brackets you saw earlier to this through the new fabric. So yeah, that's why there's so many holes. Alright, so as you can see, we're kind of cramped in here, but I got my buddy Joe holding the camera so I can get this done. This is actually the bezel for my light. I'm going to actually get this cut down and I'm going to paint it black, possibly green actually, just because I wanted to do a green and black thing, but I don't know yet. But anyway, this is probably going to be painted black just so it doesn't stand out as much. I've got to cut the hole out for this. This is going to be a pain because I have no real reference sides over here. So I'm just going to cut it out to here. And if I have to widen it a little bit, that's fine. But I don't have the best tool for it, but it'll be okay. So I'm going to mark it out with a pencil and we'll go from there. So I've got this marked off for the depth of my cutout. I will show you guys the cutout on the roof liner here in just a few minutes. I actually made a couple of mistakes and I've cut it nice and big, and what I'm going to do is go back and actually make a frame to go around this bezel. So it'll actually be like a frame around the bezel. It'll look nice, hopefully. So as you can see, I've got this marked. I'm going to mark this off with masking tape so I'll get a good straight edge to cut this to depth. Alright, so now that I've got the bezel cut out and ready to actually drop in, I'm going to paint it up. It's just some simple black paint, nothing special. Actually going to be framing the entire outside with a piece of wood done framing, but like I said, I just wanted to do it and paint this up black so it looks a little cleaner with the wood. So I've got the roof liner in. So here with the vent, I honestly made a mistake. I cut it at the wrong measurements from the side. It was my own fault. I measured twice, just had to look at the wrong thing. So I actually extended it on both sides so I can make sure it fit, and I'm actually going to build a wood frame to go around this. So just the interior of that bezel is showing. Should look pretty good, and you know, I think it's going to be just fine. But as you can see, for the rest of everything, it you know, it turned out pretty nice. Nice. I actually recovered these a little while back. I think I've got some footage of it. If I do, I'll throw it in here. Everything is good to go, though. I mean, we've Got the lights all hooked up, and it's looking nice. I have to make a trim piece for here for the joint. We're gonna match it up to the frame back here and all that stuff, but as you can see, it turned out pretty nice, and I'll get back to you guys soon when I go to do the next project on it. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button at the top of the screen so you can see where I'm headed next and see what I'm getting into. Really appreciate all the support, guys. Until next time, see you later.